After countless hours of practicing Laguna Seca in a Gran Tourismo 7, I came down to Monterey to check it out in real life. It is so exciting to be there. Like, gosh, it's exactly the same. I'm seeing the same hills, like turns, all of that. I cannot even explain the feelings of being there in person after so many hours driving in this sim.
Obviously, they're not going fast enough to be challenged by the speed. They're just overwhelmed. It'd be good to get you out of this group. So there, I'll do one lap or I'll try to pull out.
So the experience after the day, it is easier to be in a real car than in sim racing. After 50 hours in a sim racing, I would say it is better to go to real car on a track, and it's so much fun, and definitely like way more feedback. You got sensors, you got your own sensors in the body that are giving you all the information, comparing to the sim where it's just visual information and like sound. Like here is like even pedals giving more, but bot meter is definitely like the best thing in the body that gives you like, okay, it's a sense of urgency to brake, or we're sleeping now. I didn't go too aggressive. I didn't turn off traction control. I was not feeling comfortable being in novice group. And that's a good point. I was in a novice group. And in the novice group, there was a lot of traffic, was slow. So I was always the only guy on the McLaren who was faster than me. Others been way slower, like because it's the first time for them on the track. So my instructor told me immediately, like, you should go to group B or C, meaning on a group with more experienced people. You don't need to stay in the novice. There is no reason. Like, definitely coaching is good, but you get enough experience, go with that. But the coach was so helpful. So first of all, he wasn't me in the car for one session of 20 minutes, and there was enormous feedback and like coaching, regardless, like sim racing or in person coaching, like so much influence on my skills and my future. But the biggest impact is not even that. The biggest impact when he gave me his ride, when I was a shotgun in his Miata, like completely race prepared, nothing to do with the street legal, like Miata. It's like he beat the shit of it. It was so cool. So it was amazing day. I had a lot of fun, a lot of learnings, and definitely uncomparable experience to VR. But I'm so grateful I did VR. So like the things should come together, not separate. Definitely you have tons of money and you can practice every day on a track, then that's amazing. In my case, once in a quarter, that's luxury for me. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Practicing the sim, going to the track and testing my skills and adjusting it for my specific car and tire and road situation. So next time I'll go with a group B or group C, and I will have fun as well, and I'll try to stay safe. I did even once hit the sand but because like I just like, oh, my brain started floating and I'm like, oh gosh, it's a turn. So like in the sim racing you just click restart, here is no restart, and that's the coolest part. That's why heartbeat, when I'm in the sim racing, my heartbeat is like lower than 100. Here my heartbeat was about 150 or something like that. That was great.